And so when we Paul said the second part of that verse is, he says, my prayer is that your love would abound you more and more in knowledge and in all judgment. So there's knowledge of love, there's knowledge in love, and there's judgments of love we have to come into we have to grow into. That knowledge is a very specific knowledge. Right? So spiritual secret number 3 is you have to become mature in love. You have to grow in the knowledge of love. And that knowledge of love, it speaks to the specifics of how you're supposed to love her. And it speaks to the specifics of how you're supposed to love him. He don't need the same type of love or maybe the same aspect of love or the same trait of love that I might need. Leslie don't need the same type of love or the same aspect of love or the same attribute of love that you might need. And it's my responsibility as her husband, as it is your responsibility as his wife, to discover what it is that he needs in order for him to come into the fullness of the man that God has called him to be. In order for Leslie to come into the fullness of the woman that God has called her. Like that's the responsibility of a husband and a wife. Like that's a mature approach to loving though.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? But that's what it is. That's the secret number 3 to being a better husband, is to grow in the knowledge, in that word knowledge means the specific aspects of what to do in a situation and what this particular person needs.
Yeah. So many people are stuck on the already healed. You need to already be a certain way. It's not my responsibility to do that for you.
That's carnal.
Yeah.
They don't understand what love does.
Yeah.
That's silly stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's old man thinking. That's unrenewed mind.
Yeah.
I don't even know you saved thinking like that. I don't even know if you saved thinking like that.
Yeah.
It's silly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you need to come to this thing whole. I ain't got time to be trying to heal you.
I shouldn't have to pay for what your daddy did or didn't do, or
Right.
all that stuff.
You don't
what they
listen.
say.
But that mindset, you don't deserve to be married. You
Yep.
don't deserve to be called a husband. You don't deserve to be called a wife. Go play somewhere, child. Go play somewhere. Go play somewhere. Go find your little girl to play with. You ain't ready to love like a man.
Right.
Go play. Go play. Go in the sandbox somewhere.
Right. Yeah.
That's what them folks need to hear. Go to the sandbox. You acting like a child.
Yeah.
Paul said, the measurement for spiritual maturity from God's perspective is how you love.
Love, yeah.
It ain't how much scripture you can quote, and because you got a bishop or an apostle in front of your name, you got more babies with the bishop called bishop and apostles. You got more children with a bishop and an apostle before their name than what we realize.
Right.
Yeah.
Paul said, when I was a child, listen, I thought as a child, I spoke as a child, I understood as a child. But when I became a man, I started loving like a man. I put away childish loving. I put away childish loving. That's what he said. And childish loving is when you don't take the responsibility of loving your spouse to life. That's childish loving. Loving like a man, bring it on. What's wrong with you, baby? No, don't worry about that. I'll love that out of you. Come on. What you need? What you need, honey? What you need? Come here, baby. Let me give it to you. I'm on.
Yeah.
What? That's loving like a man. Them folks need to go play in the sandbox.
Yeah.